Hey guys, so it is finally time for my Q&A answers. I know I posted a little short video asking for your questions like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and I was not anticipating that it would take me this long. I'll just get right into it, and hopefully it doesn't take too long because you guys know how much I love to talk. Question 1 is from Daily Alice, and her question is, what are the reasons why keto works for you? What are your favorite snacks? I think keto works for me because although it is an extreme diet and requires a lot of discipline, I was able to adjust it and make it to where it was catered to me specifically. I went into this way of eating and this way of life with a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration from others, and I think that because I formed it to fit me in a sense, I guess what I'm trying to say is I did a lot of diets where like Weight Watchers and, calorie counting and low fat, and all of those diets consist of being very anal and to the T and counting the calories and every little thing that you stick in your mouth and adding up your Weight Watcher points and deducting and how many do I have and how many points were in that cheese stick. And it's just, that to me is what burnt me out so many times in the past, was having to be that way. You can't live your entire life like that. You can't spend your whole life tracking I can't. It's just because I want this to be permanent. I want this to be forever. So going into keto with, I guess, low expectations and telling myself that I was not going to track until I absolutely had to helped a lot. And then the big plus is that you don't feel deprived when you're on keto. Yes, there are things that you can't eat, but there are more things that you can eat than you can't. And being able to be full every night when I go to bed and having a hearty breakfast in the morning and being able to change non-keto friendly foods and make them keto friendly. It's very versatile. You can do so many things with keto, and that is, I think, why it works for me, because I love food. And so my favorite snacks, mozzarella cheese sticks, for sure. I eat a zillion of them a week. And so my second question is from Seattle Sapphire. And her question, I don't know if it's a girl or boy, I'm sorry. The question is, how did you get started with keto? How did you figure out your macros? I'll answer the second one first. There are multiple websites. If you just go to Google and type in keto calculator or macro calculator, it'll take you to several links to several websites where you can type in all of your information, your weight, your height, your age, your activity level, and they will calculate your macros for you based on how much weight you want to lose. I don't personally track macros. So, I do for fun sometimes just to kind of see how my day went. And I have a MyFitnessPal app so that I can help others that are doing keto, and so that I can do like fat bomb or baking recipes and have my carb count for every serving. And the first question, how did you get started with keto? I struggle with infertility, for those of you that don't follow that part of my story. And I also follow a lot of other women on YouTube that are struggling with infertility. And a few of them had actually started like a PCOS diet, and 2 of them had started the ketogenic diet. I had no idea what keto was until they started it. And I think I maybe watched like one video that they posted, that one of them had posted, and I said, oh, no way, there's no way I'm doing that. And then every time that person posted a video about keto, I just avoided it and watched the other videos. And the more serious I got about losing weight, the more research I started to do. And I went back and watched all their videos and realized this could be something for me. So that's how I got started on keto. Question number 3 is from Christine Steven. If and when keto helps you conceive, will you continue the high-fat, low-carb way of eating throughout your pregnancy? And the answer to that is yes. I won't go into a huge, lengthy description, but I have done my research, because that is a question that I asked myself multiple times when I got started, was, so I'm just gonna lose a bunch of weight and then I'm gonna go back to eating carbs when I get pregnant and gain all my weight back? No, that was the whole point of this diet, was to get healthy enough that I could conceive, and that I wouldn't get gestational diabetes, and that I wouldn't have preeclampsia, and I wouldn't be a high-risk pregnancy. So I have done my research, and there is a lot of evidence showing that keto is perfectly healthy for pregnant women. Being in a state of ketosis is healthy for pregnant women, although I do think that I will completely cut out fasting when I'm pregnant, and that I will probably up my carbs to about 50 to 100. So I won't be in ketosis, but I definitely want to maintain the lifestyle and keep my carbs down. Question number 4 is from Felicia Felicia. And her question is, how long have you been doing YouTube? I started YouTube January of this year, 2015, and I think it was the 17th or the 14th, something like that. So I haven't even been doing it a year, and you could probably tell all my editing skills and filming skills are not up to par with a lot of other YouTubers. And number 5, Jenna Cooper. Hi, Jenna. She asked, talk about PCOS, or she didn't really ask, she just suggested something for me to talk about. And she wanted me to talk about PCOS and keto, and has any of my symptoms changed? And I thought that that was completely worthy of the Q&A. So I'll say it again, I started keto because I have PCOS and insulin resistance, and I've been trying to get pregnant for almost 3 years now. Low carb diets are very beneficial to someone who can't control their insulin or their sugar levels. And so ideally is that if you can maintain and control the insulin resistance, which feeds the PCOS, that you can reduce the symptoms of the PCOS. And I don't have any proof that I am ovulating on my own right now, and I don't have any proof that, you know, internally things are changing, but I am noticing things on the outside that are, you know, I have suffered with, I'm not sure what it's called anymore, but where my neck, ever since I was in elementary school, would turn black. My neck was black, my armpits, my elbows, my knees, and that has completely gone away. I have never in my life, as far back as I can remember, I think I was like in 4th grade, and I remember someone making fun of me because of my neck being black. And I used to make up stories like, oh, I wore a cheap necklace, or I just got my hair colored and the dye got on me. But really, that's what it was. And I had no idea all these years that it was because of my PCOS. So that has gone away. I also have a lot of issues with facial hair. That has slightly reduced, but it's still there. It's still going strong. So I would love to one day say that that is completely gone. I have only had 1 cycle since starting keto, and it was a fair cycle. It was normal, and it was light, and nothing to complain about. So far that's the only things that I can report as far as PCOS wise on keto. Question number 6 is from Keto Chick, and she says, if you are a phlebotomist, why don't you check your blood sugar every morning so you can give us all of your expert analysis? So I had been talking with Keto Chick on Instagram, and she is obviously doing keto, and she tests her breath ketones and her blood glucose daily, and is trying to obtain a like deep nutritional state of ketosis, which is not really what I'm looking for in this moment. I'm just trying to adapt. I'm just trying to become the best fat burning machine that I possibly can, get this weight off of me, eat whole healthy foods. I also let Keto Chick know that I have gone to school for phlebotomy, and I am trained in phlebotomy. So I have been trained to draw blood, and I am trained to test for blood ketones or glucose. You learn about the machine, you learn about the strips, and you learn about the process of taking blood or monitoring someone's blood sugar or blood ketones. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse, so I have no hand in any of the other process. I can't make diagnoses. I can't say whether someone's sugar is high or low or good or bad. I know nothing about any of that. So I can't tell you, oh, you know, my blood sugar was a 93 today because I did this or this or that. So I'm not trained, and I'm not an expert in blood sugar levels or ketone levels or any of the tests that are done on your blood when I draw vials of blood. I'm just educated in the actual process of drawing blood, so blood draw. And that is why I don't do all that or give anybody my expert analysis. I was just trying to give some helpful information on the machine and calibrating it, and using 2 different machines for blood glucose, blood ketones. So The 7th question is from Shauna Gray. And it is, what is your next step for infertility? How do you edit your videos? And do you write step-by-step of what you're going to talk about? If you go and watch my last 2 TTC updates, you will see everything that's going on with me infertility-wise and what my plans are with that. How do I edit my videos? Typically, I film on my phone, my cell phone. I have an iPhone, and I have a program on there called iMovie, and I edit all my videos on there because I'm super lazy, and it's the quickest, most convenient way to edit my videos and film them. Right now, I'm filming on my camera or on my tripod and camera, like a normal camcorder, and this will just, the chip will get put into the laptop, and I will edit it on Windows Movie Maker or Windows Movie Editor. I'm not sure what it's called. Free program you can download right onto any Windows computer or tablet or laptop. And do I write everything down step by step? Obviously today I wrote down your questions, and when I do my weekly weigh-ins, I write down all my stats, like what the date is so I don't forget, and what I weighed last week and what I weigh now and how much is that. That way I'm not sitting here doing math. And then sometimes when I want to be quick and get to the point and not go on and on about things, I will write down like bullets, like key things to talk about so I don't forget. But when I'm just filming a vlog for you guys, I don't rehearse it, I don't write it down, it doesn't get planned out, there's no script, because I find myself constantly trying to, where am I, what did I already talk about, what do I need to talk about now? It's just not real to me, so no. Question number 8 is from Mariana Garcia, and it is, what could be a good keto snack? I need a snack before dinner around 3:30 when my carb thoughts kick in. I would say that if you're craving something carb filled, I would go with looking into some fat bomb recipes, because most, not all, but most of the fat bomb recipes are sweet recipes, like cheesecake and chocolate and peanut butter and fudge and berries. And so if you're looking for like a sweet snack, like a cookie or a cake, that type of thing, look into the fat bomb recipes. You can go to Pinterest or Google or even Instagram and find a lot of fat bomb recipes, and those help me in between meals when I'm having cravings or when I'm hungry, but I know I don't need to sit down and make a whole meal. Number 9 is from Sophie Yeager, and her question is, how long have you been trying to conceive? When you do get your BFP, do you have names picked out? I have been trying to conceive since January of 2013. Yes, so this coming January will make 3 years for me. I'm in my 32nd cycle, not necessarily my 32nd month, but my 32nd cycle of trying to conceive. And the names that we have picked out are, if it is a girl, we would like to name her Daisy. We're not sure on a middle name yet. And if we have a boy, his name will be Maximus, or Max for short. And we're still not 100% sure on a middle name for that, but I really like Alexander, so I'm Maximus Alexander. And number 10 is from Jeans, and they ask, do you have weight loss goals and rewards? Not really. I'm trying to set these short-term goals for myself, but I'm just not very good at it. I'm not good at setting goals. I'm not good at charting, and I'm good at organizing physical things like my home, but when it comes to like charts and graphs or lists, I'm just so bad with that stuff, and it's just better if I don't even try. So no, not really goals. I mean, I have a goal weight of 174 pounds, and that'll bring me down a total of 120 pounds lost if I get to that, but we'll see what my body feels and looks like when I get to that number. Miss Cake Rat, she asked, what are your non-TTC, non-keto hobbies, and what is your favorite movie? Hobbies, I love Netflix. I've watched all the Netflix, all of the Netflix. Hulu, I love TV. I've just been, since we moved here, I've been unemployed, so I've been a lot of time cleaning and talking to my dog and watching a lot of TV. It's very sad. But no, I love to craft. I love to make things. I love to do things like from scratch, homemade in every aspect of my life. You know, I like to make my own soap or my own lotion, or every cake that I bake is from, so I love to be kind of like Susie Homemaker and make everything. I love to decorate. I love to decorate for the holidays and make my decorations versus going and spending $1 zillion on them. I dabbled in crocheting and sewing and scrapbooking. So I'm very crafty, so I think that's a hobby, right? Married and Blessed asks, is TTC the main reason for doing keto? I've kind of answered that a couple of times in this video. Yes, that was the main reason. I thought very selfishly was that if I could find a diet that would control my PCOS and insulin resistance long enough for me to ovulate, then I could conceive, and then I can just do whatever I want and not even care, as long as I got my baby, and that's all I cared about. But once I started this journey and I felt, you know, what it was like to be in ketosis, and I felt what it was like to be caring about myself and not about a baby that I don't even have, and about, you know, hopes and dreams that may not be attainable, my mindset completely changed. I'm thinking about me now and what I want to do and vacations that I want to go on without children, and just living my life for me now and not something that I may not ever have. And so if I get pregnant along the way, then I'm going to be more than happy, obviously. But I'm trying to not make my life 100% about getting pregnant anymore, because for the past 3 years that I have been married and with my husband, that is all our life has been about, and that's just not fair. This is one that I can't pronounce very well. Miss Minerva, I'm not sure. It'll be on the screen, hopefully. Do you find any foods stall your weight loss? Not so far. I have been steady losing week after week, and I have, you know, I've been pretty risky with some things, trying things that other people say stall them, and I have not experienced that yet. I've been having these past few weeks some issues with Splenda and it giving me upset stomach, so I'm cutting that out. Maybe that'll help, you know, push my weight loss a little bit further. And then the next question is from Alyssa Myers. She asked, wanted to know if you would share your miscarriage story. So for those of you that don't know, I had a miscarriage back in 2012, 2013, and I never really talk about it. And I think that I could, if you would like for me to just kind of sit down and do a video, like a face-to-face, you know, video, and talk about the entire experience and what came of it, because I'm totally fine doing that if others would like to hear and know about it. I no longer have any emotional attachment to it. I can talk about it freely, so I absolutely would sit down and do a miscarriage story video if that's something that you want to see, Alyssa. The last question is from Alyssa B. Crawford. Besides your obvious success with the weight loss, what other benefits have you experienced firsthand with nutritional ketosis? So I will try to name off everything that has been amazing about keto. If I can, I might forget some things, but weight loss, obviously. My hair feels stronger and healthier. My nails have been growing like crazy, and they're super strong. They've always been really like bendable and flexible. I've been able to grow my nails out, and I've never been able to do that before. As I talked about in one of the previous questions, the black ring around my neck and in my armpits and all of that has gone completely away on my neck, my elbows, and my knees. It's fading under my arms. I no longer have intestinal issues. I used to be very gassy, like very painful gas I would get. I would have a lot of indigestion, a lot of foods upset my stomach. I spent a lot of time in the bathroom. I've always had a lactose intolerance. And ever since being on keto, I can't tell you the last time I had heartburn, I had gas, I had, you know, the runs. I also, and I might sound like a crazy person because I haven't heard anyone else talk about this, but I have really bad seasonal allergies. Like, I was having to take an Allegra every day. I would wake up in the night screaming because I couldn't breathe. My whole side of my bed would just be covered in tissue, and trash can just overflowing in tissue, and I was constantly snotty. And I feel like since I've gotten into ketosis, I have not taken a single Allegra. Occasionally, every once in a while, you know, I'll get a little sneezy and sniffly. But I would say if my allergies were at 100% before keto, they're at like a 10% now. So that has been a really huge help for me. I have tons of energy. I'm no longer fatigued. When I sit on the couch and watch TV, it's because I want to, not because I'm just physically exhausted. I can't sleep at night. I've always had insomnia, but now it's like to the extreme because I have so much energy and my thoughts are clear, my mind is clear, I can see my future better. That sounds crazy. I felt crazy when I said it, but I can just, it's very easy for me to visualize things now and be excited and be hopeful and handle situations better because my thoughts are so clear now. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but it's just been something that I've experienced since being in ketosis. So energy, overall feeling better. I think that's about it. Just feeling fantastic. So, and my self-esteem is like way up right now. Like, I've never felt so good. Like, even though to a stranger I still look like a big fat girl, me inside knows the journey that I'm on and how amazing it is. So my self-esteem is just through the roof these past few weeks. So the video is dragging on and on as I anticipated. Apparently 15 questions is just too much for my brain to do in a short period of time. Maybe next time I'll split it up into 2 videos. But if you've stuck around this long and are still watching, thank you guys so much, and thank you so much for your questions, every single one of you. I really loved that you guys wanted to know things about me and wanted to, you know, my opinions on keto and infertility and all of that. So that means a lot to me. And in the future, I will definitely be doing another one. So I hope everyone has a wonderful week.